Yeah.
Okay, so then going back a little bit,
Mhm.
so to speak a little bit more about immunotherapy. So with this patient has the lack of hormone receptor targets, how does immunotherapy work for TNBC? And how do I know if I'm a candidate?
Okay. Fabulous question. So let's just talk a minute about how immunotherapy works, and then we'll talk about how you know if you're a candidate for it. So the idea of immunotherapy is that we need the body's own immune system to recognize that these cancer cells are present and to help our body's um, immune system cells, those killer T cells, to find the cancer cells and kill them off. So, the way the immune system works normally is that when the body sees something foreign, like an infection that doesn't belong, the immune system gets turned on, right? This army of cells are developed to go find that foreign thing and kill it off. But if we let that process go without any regulation, our immune system would start to attack our own healthy, normal organs, right? And that is a disease state in and of itself. That's what rheumatologists treat when you have your joints being sort of inflamed and activated by the immune system. Oftentimes, the thyroid can be involved by and attacked by the immune system. People can have autoimmune liver problems, autoimmune diarrhea. So there's a whole constellation of diseases that we're aware of that come from an overactive immune system. So the body is really smart at regulating itself. So when something foreign is recognized, the immune system gets turned on. And at the very same time it gets turned on, there are processes in place to put the brakes on it and start to slow it down so that it doesn't get overactive and cause these sort of harmful effects on normal organs. So in the cancer world, we've said, well, wouldn't it be great if the immune system could be just a little bit more active than usual? Can we help it to recognize that these cancer cells are there and don't belong? And take the foot off the brakes a little bit. Don't slow it down. Let it get really active so it does a better job at killing the cancer. So the current drug, pembrolizumab, that is FDA approved for breast cancer, does exactly that. It interferes with putting the brakes on the immune system. It gives the immune system a little bit more freedom to fight the cancer. And so the most common side effects that we see from immunotherapy are exactly those that rheumatologists face treating all the time. We can see autoimmune arthritis. We can see autoimmune hepatitis, where the liver gets inflamed. We can see autoimmune problems in the lungs, something called a pneumonitis. We can see skin rashes, all sort of from the immune system also fighting healthy organs. So that's the concept of why and how immunotherapy works in breast cancer. And it works best when it's partnered with something like chemotherapy or radiation therapy, because those drugs or techniques are killing the cancer cell. When the cancer cell gets killed, it releases all sorts of bits and pieces that help the immune system say, oh, wait a second, there's something here that doesn't belong, and we need to go fight it. So just by itself, immunotherapy isn't so active, but partnering it with something else makes it really work better. How you know if you're a candidate for immunotherapy, first off, I would say these are conversations definitely have with your care team, and you can ask that very question, is immunotherapy for me? In early stage triple negative breast cancer, there is no biomarker necessary, but right now the only place for it is when a tumor is larger than 2 centimeters or lymph nodes are involved. And it gets partnered with pre-op chemotherapy, a regimen that includes Taxol, carbo, adriamycin, Cytoxan, all before surgery. In metastatic triple negative breast cancer, the optimal place for immunotherapy is the very first treatment a woman receives for triple negative breast cancer for their metastatic disease, partnered with chemotherapy, and only in women whose tumors test PD-L1 positive. So this is a test that needs to be done on the tumor, and a score of 10 or higher counts as PD-L1 positive. And that's about 40% of all metastatic triple negative breast cancer tests PD-L1 positive.